Hey, Face Caretaker. I am Jess G, and I am coming to you live to talk about primers. So, how we prep our skin before we either go out for the day or do our makeup can make a really big difference in how our face is protected from the environment, including the sun, and how our makeup looks. So, if you watch any tutorial on the internet or you sit down with a professional, that person is going to likely do a little skincare before you start your makeup. So before you get into foundation or CC cream or concealers and highlighting and contouring, the condition of your skin underneath is probably the most important part of that entire system. So if you're getting ready for an event, how you have treated your skin from your full skincare system right up to your moisturizer, oil mattifier, and primer can really make a difference in how your makeup performs. It could be the greatest product on the planet, and if you don't have a good skincare system as a canvas for it to go onto, it will affect how it works. So, my suggestion to you is I have done most of my skincare with the exception of my moisturizer. So, this is my personal um, age minimize 3D day cream with SPF 30, and this is my personal Volume Firm day cream sunscreen with broad spectrum SPF. So, if you are um, going to be leaving your house, I don't care if it's from the house to the car, from the car to the grocery store, from the grocery store to the bank, whatever. If you're going to go outside and you're exposed to the sun, you need a sunscreen. Non negotiable. Do you see what's happening to me? I work road construction and I have some sun damage on my face and I am trying to mitigate that. So, first thing for a primer is your um, your skincare that includes SPF. That might even be too much for my whole face. The thing is when you watch a makeup artist, she or he is going to moisturize his or her client's skin before they even get started. So that's the first thing. I consider my moisturizer is more than a moisturizer. I am an oily gal. So this is the unsung hero for oily people. If you have any kind of shine and you are looking for a matte look and you don't want to use a lot of powder, here you go. This will take away all kinds of shine. So check out my face right now. I have my ring light on and I am going to use just a little dab of this. So it's a really thin formula. It pat. You pat it on and this kind of creates a barrier. Look at that's like immediate. Do you see how the shine just went right out of my face? This is going to mattify any oil on your face. So I find that my T zone here is the part of my face that requires a little oil mattifier, and I consider this to be part of my priming for my makeup. The next thing is actual foundation primer. So this one's silicone based and I am in love. It's got SPF 15. It smells a little bit like chocolate. It actually does. Except there's no chocolate in it in case you're allergic. And this just goes on. See how this is like spackle for your face. So it is going to fill, if you have any nooks and crannies, some fine lines, this is going to fill everything in. I always use my fingers to apply my primer because then I can feel where it is and where it's not. And I can feel like how much is where. I always let this sit for at least 5 minutes before I move on to my next step. But I'm a fan of using a primer no matter what products I'm using. So I'm in camp, yes, for foundation primer, even if I'm not using foundation. So if I am doing barefaced and I feel like I don't need any foundation, I still use a primer. It gives my blush and any other color or contour something to stick to as well. So let me know if you found this helpful. Those are my I consider moisturizer as a primer. I consider oil mattifier as a primer, and consider foundation primer as a primer. And the reason for that is because there are three important steps that you can take before you start putting on your makeup. I hope this was helpful. I know you can be anywhere on the internet. I appreciate you spending a few minutes with me. Drop me a comment if you thought this was helpful.